Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. We are in the presence of athletic greatness this morning. Tara Davis-Woodhall and Hunter Woodhall are Olympic and Paralympic gold medalists. They are joined by, of course, our good friend here at KUSI, Bob Babbitt, co-founder of the Challenged Athletes Foundation. Good morning, everyone. This is so exciting. Our newsroom was like, wait, that couple? They were so excited.
The golden couple in studio.
I mean, just, I think, even from a little kid watching the Olympics, it was always the stories that pulled at your heartstrings that really got you invested in these athletes. And that's what I think you did for America, especially during the Olympics. So for people who don't know, that have been under a rock, you two met in high school at a track meet, and take us from there.
Yeah, we met at a track meet in high school in Idaho. I lived in California, he lived in Utah. And we just started our relationship from there, and then we went off to college, separate colleges. I was at University of Georgia and University of Texas, and he was at Arkansas. And so we spent 4 years distant, which was crazy. And then we were lucky enough to now live together, and we're married, and 2 years being married.
And you have gold medals.
Yeah. That as well. That happened also.
There's some of the wonderful moments we all saw watching the Olympics. And Tara, I have to ask you, one of those things that I think stood out to so many people was the story of you, I guess, saying that you just had to go up to Hunter during that initial track meet in high school and give him a hug before his race. What was that?
I'm still not sure why I had to do that. 17-year-old Tara was spunky. She liked to be reckless, but it was one of the best things I've ever done. It led me to him and our future, and it's just been a blessing for sure.
And Hunter, I mean, I'm sure that obviously struck a chord with you, but tell us a little bit about your story and being a double amputee and getting to this Olympic track.
Yeah, I was born with a congenital birth defect called fibula humilia, which means like the lower part of my limbs were deformed, and I was told I'd never be able to walk. And through a lot of different specialists and questions and just trying to get answers, we figured out that amputation would be the best path forward. So I had my legs amputated at a year old, and I had two older brothers, so I followed them all the time. They played sports, I played sports, and they just never let me use my disability as an excuse. And as I grew up, I started to find people who are helping athletes and people with disabilities live a new life, and one of those places is CAF. We got connected with CAF, and ever since then it's just been like as much as we can being around these kids and athletes and people just like looking to start their lives or just like chase a dream. And CAF is just somebody who like will take a bet on somebody, take a risk on somebody, and just see what the outcome could be.
And so now you have this angel and Bob Babbitt. So, Bob, tell us the story about getting connected with Hunter.
Well, it was interesting because I had Hunter on my radio show. This goes back to, 15, 16.
Yeah.
And he, I said, so you're number one in Utah in quarter mile. You're top 20 in the country. Where are you going to be running in college? He goes, I have no offers. Wait, what? I have no scholarship offers. Top 20 in the U.S. in quarter. So Tracy Sunland, good friend of ours, has a high school track meet at the Armory in New York.
Yeah.
And I said, Tracy, could we get Hunter into that meet? And he said, not a problem. Hunter goes there. New York Times does a piece on why is this kid not have a scholarship offer? And next thing you know, I think he had a few scholarship offers. Ends up going to Arkansas, 4-time All-American. Yeah. And more importantly, when he and Tara come to our events, and kids run up and know every split time this guy has ever run. And we're talking, some of these kids were 6, 7, 8 years old, and now he goes to Penn Relays, and there's Jack Cunningham, one of the kids who now is running in the Penn Relays, and was one of those kids he met when he was out here for the very first time. So I love the attitude of Hunter and Tara. We've achieved things, but those other kids are our real achievements. Those kids, when they go and get their gold medals in LA or in Melbourne in 2032, a lot of that's going to be because of what these guys, the seeds they have planted. It's really special.
What does that mean to both of you and the inspiration that you've given not only to future generations, but to everyone that was really following along with the Olympics and Paralympics?
So much. I mean, like our goal has always been to grow the sport that we love so much. We love track and field. We want people to watch track and field and feel that excitement that we get from the sport. And same with para track and field. Like we want to grow this sport, and we want to show people like what is capable, what is possible. And you know, especially being with these kids or even, you know, athletes who maybe just lost a leg or later in life, you know, like it's just a really inspiring thing when you give somebody the opportunity to take something back that they maybe had taken for granted or that they lost, or the ability to run or the ability to play basketball, or we're talking about sitting volleyball, all these different sports and things that a lot of folks may not even know is a possibility in their lives, and they think they may have lost that. So to be able to see that come together and to see the joy and the light that, you know, sports bring to people is like, yeah, you can't beat it.
My favorite moment was I had not met Hunter. We had been communicating, and then I went out for a conference or something in Utah, and he was running in his high school meet. And all of a sudden, he had already won the 400, and they had the 4x1 coming up. And I see all this commotion around Hunter in the infield, and I'm like, what's going on? A bolt had come out of his leg, and they were duct taping his leg on. And he anchors the 4x100 and wins it with duct tape on his leg. I'm like, okay, well, this kid's
Whatever
special.
you got to do. Right?
Whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
Tara, what about for you? I mean, what is the experience of the Olympics been like, having your story be so publicized? I mean, you guys were kind of used to that with other, you know, world championships leading up to, but what does all of this mean to you now?
I mean, like Hunter said, we're bringing eyes to our sport. Long jump isn't the most sexiest event of track and field, so it's really nice to have, you know, fans now of long jump and viewership. Track and field is one of the most participated sports in the entire nation, so we deserve those eyes, and you know, the Olympics was the most incredible moment, and watching Hunter win the Paralympics was icing on the cake for sure.
The other thing that's really cool is sport is wonderful, but life after sport, and these guys are a perfect example of that. What, like 1.7, 1.8 million followers. They are successful in business because of sport was great, but the next thing is being successful in business is really what it's all about. 'Cause especially a lot of our challenge athletes, you know, you look at the income they make when we're looking at grants, it's ridiculous. And these guys are proving that it doesn't matter. If you have a personality and if you have a talent, you can be successful, period, end of story. And that brings hope, not just to our kids as athletes, but wait a second, why can't I make a living being Hunter Woodhall? Why
A lot of
can't
those
I
kids are doing a lot better than us now, too. They're creative.
They can work a camera.
They won't need to do that. But before I let you guys go, what's next on the docket?
We just started training for the 2025 season, so I mean, we're just getting dialed back in, and the end goal is LA 2028. Come here, ball out, and hopefully recreate what we did in Paris.
I love it. And honey, you can make long jump sexy. You can make a potato sack great sexy. You were selling it. You guys did so amazing. We were cheering for you here in the newsroom. We've been watching you guys. So it's so awesome to meet you in person. Thanks to Bob, who just you make all good things happen.
I think we go back to 2015-16 in the studio with you guys, with Paul Rudy and yourself, and see what you guys have done for CAF in terms of giving us the showcase has been wonderful.
Well, thank you all for being here. Continue to kick butt, and we'll just be rooting you on.
Sure.
Thank you.
Good morning, San Diego.
Good morning, San Diego.
Wake up.